I mean, come on. We've all been there, right? You're doing everything you're supposed to. You save, you invest, you check your account, and oh, it just feels like it's barely moving. Maybe you've got a few grand saved up, maybe even 20, but that $1 million goal, it feels like it's a million miles away. It's so common, and honestly, it's incredibly frustrating. Okay, now this idea right here is what I want you to really let sink in because it messes with your head a little bit. We all know that 100,000 is 10% of a million. Simple math. But when we're talking about the journey of investing, about the time it takes and how your money grows, the math tells a totally different story. This is the big idea we're digging into today. How hitting that first six figures just completely changes the game. And the secret to all of this is something called the snowball effect. Think about it. When you start a snowball, it's tiny. You have to pack on a ton of snow yourself, right? It's all manual labor. But once it gets big enough and you give it a good push downhill, it starts picking up more snow all on its own, going faster and faster and getting bigger and bigger without you touching it. That $100,000 mark, that's the moment your financial snowball is finally big enough to start rolling with some serious momentum of its own. So why is this so hard for us to believe? Well, it all starts with a very simple and super common mental mistake. Let's talk about the linear thinking trap. This slide just nails the problem perfectly. Our brains are wired for linear thinking. What do you see on the left? We think, okay, I save $10,000, my net worth goes up $10,000. Simple. The effort feels like a one-to-one trade, like carrying buckets of water to fill a pool. It's a total grind, but that is not how investing works. Wealth actually grows exponentially, like that awesome curve on the right. Your money starts working for you, and then the money earned also starts working, creating this amazing accelerating curve that shoots upward. If you're stuck in that linear mindset, you're going to get frustrated and feel like quitting. Guaranteed. And that's the mental shift you have to make. Your investment account isn't just a pile of cash that you add to. It's a workforce. Every single dollar you invest is like a tiny employee that works for you 24/7, earning more money. That's the magic of compound interest. And once you truly get it, everything changes. All right, quick reality check. Pull up your bank account right now. Seriously, if the numbers in there only go up when you put money in, you might have accidentally subscribed to Broke Life Premium. But hey, it's okay, because now we're going to figure out how to cancel that subscription for good. Now, let's get into how this actually looks in the real world, because we have to talk about the grind. And look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. This first part is the absolute hardest, and the numbers are going to show you exactly why it feels that way. So let's use a super realistic scenario. Let's say you invest $100 every single week. That's about $400 a month into a boring standard index fund. And we'll just assume a pretty conservative average return of 8% a year. This is a plan that a lot of people can actually do. Okay, so with that plan, hitting your first 100 grand takes about 12 years. 12 years! And look at this timeline. For the first few years, almost all the growth is just you. It's your contributions. It's not until around year 6 that you can even start to feel compounding give you a little boost. This is what we call the long slog. And here is that brutal math in a picture. Of that first $100,000, a massive 62%, that's $62,000, came straight out of your pocket. The market's growth only kicked in about 38 grand, so you did almost 2/3 of the heavy lifting all by yourself. No wonder it feels so slow. And this right here, this moment, this is where most people quit. They get discouraged after a decade of hard work, they look at a number that doesn't feel life-changing yet, and they decide to just spend it on a car or something. They don't realize they just spent 12 years laying a solid gold foundation, and the skyscraper is just about to go up. Don't let that be you. But if you stick with it, if you push through that grind, something absolutely incredible happens. You hit the tipping point. This is where the math totally flips in your favor and momentum finally takes over. This is the payoff. Just let this sink in for a second. The first 100,000 took you 12 long years, but to get the next 100,000, it only takes 6 more years. Half the time for the exact same amount of money. Your snowball is now officially rolling downhill and it is picking up speed like crazy. And now, look at where the money comes from for that second 100 grand. The roles have completely reversed. Your contributions are now the small bar, and the market's growth is that giant bar. Why? Because your first 100K is now this powerful engine, churning out huge returns all by itself. Your money is officially doing the hard work for you. Let's put this another way. At $200,000, yeah, you're only 20% of the way to $1 million in terms of pure dollars. But in terms of time and effort, the stuff that actually matters, you are already halfway there. This is why we say that first 100K is mathematically a third of the journey. It's about beating the clock, not just counting the dollars. I absolutely love this analogy because it just feels so true. That first phase is a constant uphill battle. You're straining, you're sweating, you're pushing this massive boulder with everything you've got. But that $100,000 mark isn't just a number, it's the peak of the hill. And once you push that boulder over the top, your job totally changes. You're not pushing anymore, you're just guiding it as it barrels forward with its own power. Let's make this personal one last time. You know that little grunt you make when you get up off the couch? Yeah, you know the one. Well, if your body is starting to do the groaning, that's a pretty good sign that it's time for your money to start doing the heavy lifting instead. You know, for most of us, the whole idea of having $1 million feels, well, it feels totally made up, right? It's a number that's so big, so far away, it might as well be on another planet. It's a goal without a map, and that just feels overwhelming. Honestly, it feels impossible. But what if I told you that the biggest thing holding you back isn't actually the money? It's not about the math. The first major hurdle is all in your head. Getting to your first $100,000 isn't just a numbers game. It's this huge psychological shift that completely changes the way you see money, and more importantly, what you believe you're capable of. This right here, this is how most people start. You're just staring up at this absolute mountain of a goal, and you feel completely hopeless. Every single dollar you manage to save feels like one tiny little pebble at the base of Mount Everest. It's so easy to just look at that and think, why even bother? And just give up before you start. Hitting that first 100,000K is what changes everything. On one side, you've got fantasy, where getting rich feels like a lottery ticket you're just hoping to stumble upon. But once you hit that milestone, you cross over to plausibility. All of a sudden, becoming a millionaire isn't a dream anymore. It's a plan. It's a concrete path that you can actually see. You've proven it's possible, and now you have the skills to do it again and again. And this is where the impact of your money totally changes. I mean, before you hit 100 grand, a fantastic year in the market might get you, a few $100. It's nice, but it's not changing your life. But after you cross that line, a good year could mean an extra $10,000, maybe even $20,000. Now that is a real tangible bonus. That's an amount you can actually feel. Your money is finally making serious money. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The legendary investor Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner, famously said that the first $100,000 is He got it. He knew that this first big step is less about the math of saving and way more about forging the kind of character you need to build real, lasting wealth. Yeah, reaching this goal is basically proof that you've mastered 3 absolutely critical skills. First, you've got discipline. You can consistently save and invest month after month. Second, delayed gratification. You know how to choose your future self over what you want right now. And third, emotional fortitude. You develop the strength to stay in the game and not freak out when the market does its crazy swings. You've built the bedrock. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the why. It's a huge psychological win. Now let's get into the how, because this isn't about luck. Not at all. It's about having a clear, tactical blueprint that really anyone can follow. To get there, you've got to stop playing by the normal rules. You know, the ones that keep people financially stuck forever. This means you have to reject the idea that having a huge car payment is just part of life, or that it's okay for half your income to get eaten up by housing. It's time to tear up that rule book and get a little more aggressive. So here are the first 3 practical steps. 1. Optimize your housing. Seriously, if 40% of your take-home pay is going to rent or a mortgage, it's almost impossible to get ahead. We'll have to get that number under 25%, maybe with roommates or by moving to a cheaper area. 2. Kill the car payment. That $700 a month is not an asset, it's a money shredder. Freeing up that cash is like putting your savings plan on steroids. And 3, always, always, always capture your 401k match. It is literally a 100% return on your money instantly. Skipping that is like lighting cash on fire. All right, let's keep going. Number 4, reinvest everything. Don't take your dividends as cash, put them right back to work. That's how you make compounding your best friend. 5, boring is better. Look, you do not need to be a stock-picking genius. A simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund has been the most reliable engine of wealth for decades. And number 6, and this one is so important, start using your growing wealth to interrupt the pattern of financial stress in your life. Think of it this way. When you have no savings, a $1,000 car repair is a full-blown catastrophe. It's a giant storm that can totally wreck your life for months. But when you have a $100,000 cushion, that same problem is just a tiny annoyance. You just pull out your financial umbrella, you take care of it, and you move on. That feeling of turning a disaster into an inconvenience is the real superpower of wealth. So you've done it. You've done the hard work. You've hit the milestone. Now let's talk about the final stretch, because this is where the whole game of building wealth just completely flips on its head. The really heavy lifting, it's over. This right here, this is the magic. For that first decade or so, yeah, your own savings do most of the work. But then something incredible happens. Compound growth takes over. It becomes this unstoppable force of nature, an exponential rocket ship that makes the money you're putting in look tiny by comparison. Your only job from here on out is to just stay on for the ride. And look at how this actually plays out. Let's say you invest just $100 a week. You can hit that first really hard $100,000 in about 12 years. That's the grind. But from that point on, assuming average market returns, you could hit $1 million in a total of 36 years. But here's the part that just blows my mind. Of that final $1 million, how much of it did you actually put in from your own pocket? Only about $187,000. Over 80%, a staggering $813,000, comes completely from market growth. Your initial effort was just planting the seed for this massive tree of money. Let me put this another way, because this is wild. In the later years of this journey, your portfolio can generate around $80,000 a year. Passively, just from growth. Think about that for a second. Your investments are making almost as much money in a single year as it took you 12 grueling years of saving to get to that first 100K. At this point, you've done it. You have successfully built your own personal money printing machine. It works for you 24/7. It works when you're sleeping, when you're on vacation, when you're focused on your job. It's just this engine that keeps growing and growing all on its own. So what's the big takeaway from all this? The whole journey, this whole process? It's about escaping the financial matrix. It's about finally learning the rules of the system so you can make it work for you instead of the other way around. Reaching that first $100,000, that's the moment you effectively unplug from the financial matrix. You're no longer just a consumer trapped in this endless cycle of earning and spending. You finally understand the rules of the game, and you've officially started playing to win. And once you have this foundation, all those external forces, they start to lose their power over you. People are worried about inflation when your investments are designed to outpace it. The market crashes, you have the emotional strength and the financial cushion to just ride it out, knowing it'll come back. You built yourself a shield. Ultimately, this all comes down to a pretty simple choice, because time is going to pass no matter what we do. 30 years from now, you need to be the person looking back feeling so thankful for the discipline you showed today, or you can be the person who's just filled with regret, always wondering, what if? The choice is yours. The math is what it is. It doesn't lie. And the sooner you start, the more powerful that force of compounding becomes. Look, the best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time, it's right now.